boy. Starting video.
We'll see.
Are you there? Are you there, Jess?
I'm
Jess,
here.
Are you there?
I'm right here.
Are
Barb.
you sure you're there?
I'm right here. It's me.
Oh my God, ding and dong, knock it off.
I found her, guys. She's here.
It's me. I'm just going to take your word for it, because I don't know.
Cheryl's here. Chris is here. Chris Groneman.
Chris Groneman? She's never on. Did you have the day off from
is.
work?
I don't know.
Did you quit your job and run away?
Heather. Charlie.
Charlie's always here.
Pam. Connie.
Pam Eldridge?
Yeah.
How is Stitch? How did his little operation go?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Her little pup.
Christine Davidson. Vicky.
Trisha.
One of these days,
when
she's going to get it right.
In person, you can hear her.
Yeah, one of these days she's going to get it right, and we probably won't be there to hear it.
Probably not. Shelley, I'm so excited. You'll
Shelley,
be here next week.
not
Yes,
even a week. She'll be here Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Yeah.
Everything's set.
Very, very, very exciting. Well, I guess we're going to jump into it because we're all over the place today. I have some follow-ups. I have some things to show you, and we have some new stuff. First, just real quick, if you are in our March in-person retreat, which is next week, seriously, I'm having a real hard time with that because I'm like, oh my God, it was just the January retreat. If you are in the March retreat and you have received any emails from Miss Barbara asking questions of any kind, she's not being nosy. She legitimately needs that information. So if you would please, 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 excuse me, email her back as soon as possible and let her know those answers. Otherwise, I'm going to be up your butt and I'm going to make sure I get those answers. Otherwise, we're not letting you in. That's all. So that was number one. Number two, I wasn't going to say this because I said I'm done in 2022. I'm done with all of the internet bullies, but I'm proud. I'm proud. I need to announce this. I just told the ladies here. I am now international, as in I have international bullies. That's right. I got my first, not one, but two hate comments from another country. So give it up for me.
You're really
Yes.
spreading your wings,
I am just
Jess.
spreading the anger everywhere. My laughing is so obnoxious.
Yeah.
So, yes. And apparently I talk for 36 straight minutes about myself. I thought it was only like 34, but whatever. It's fine. It's my YouTube channel. I can talk about whatever I want. So, that's all. That's all I have to say.
Here's a backup.
That's it.
Here's a response from Pam. He popped his lip stitches. Stitched it again and popped again. So we are deciding what to do.
Oh,
Good news is that the palette is repaired. The rest is cosmetic. Thank you very much for asking.
Oh, poor little Stitch.
Yeah.
He's not having any of that. He does not want any part of that. Well, I'm very sorry to hear that, but I'm glad that the palette is fixed. So, Stitch, we're sending good thoughts to you. From Roxy and Zoe, who have their own set of problems. And Augie and Roma and Betsy and Roscoe. They're all coming to you. So, let's start with the fun stuff because I'm very excited. And I know you guys just saw them, but I didn't hear what your reaction was. So, we're going to...
The reaction was, oh crap, more Cork.
No, Cork is a good thing. We like product.
Oh
We
crap.
like that. I love
So,
that one.
This one is
you do.
already on.
Of course I do.
This one is already on the website, and the other ones just went up like a half an hour ago because you little nosy Nellies, I had to try to keep a secret from you. So we have Lagoon back in stock, except it's not smooth, it's textured. So I just wanted you to know it is the same exact color, same identical color. We are having some supply issues, not a ton, but here and there, little things. So rather than try and wait forever and a day to get in one of our most popular colors, I figured I would just get the textured version. Okay? So we have Lagoon back in stock. It is now textured, same color. So if you're matching something, same color, just has a different texture.
Did you do that on purpose? Get textured?
That's what I had to get.
You had to get
Yes.
You do. Pay attention.
No, she's too busy looking at this and
I know.
making fun. And it's
Exactly.
fine because I get to make the decisions.
Yes,
so it's fine.
I know you do.
So anyway, this one's really cute and I just couldn't resist it because I know that someone out there is going to want it. And I don't know if that's a toucan. I don't know. But it's a sloth and a little monkey of some kind. And I think it's a
koala bear, isn't it?
Is it a toucan? I don't know.
what it looks
It's
like.
black
That's a
and
koala
white.
bear.
It's not a monkey.
No, it's a monkey. It has a long tail. It's a monkey.
Oh yeah.
So they're in the
looks like a
rainforest.
toucan.
They're wherever they live together. I don't know. But look at how cute they are. And they're small. So it's not an
marijuana leaves.
overwhelming print. So I thought it was really cute. So I just had to get some of that because why not? I'm feeling springy and this one's a little bit brighter and fun. You know, I'm done with winter. I am over it. So I don't know why, I have been eyeing this print forever and debating on it. But the colors just got me, and I couldn't help it. And again, I'm feeling spring and summer. We got seashells, and I'm trying really hard to not say what I want to say, which is seashells. Because I am a 12-year-old boy, and I want to say seashells. So it's got purples and like pinky reds and a little bit of peach in there. It's all color matched for you. But I have looked at this for so long and just kept going, no, don't order it, don't order it. I had to order it. I don't even like the beach, but I want to make something with it because it's cute. And then,
it says sloths are her spirit animal.
I mean, they're just so freaking cute.
Did the lagoon go with the floral garden?
Yeah, yes. If you are not familiar with Kristen Bell and her obsession with sloths, please, after Facebook, go Google it and watch her have an absolute nervous breakdown over finding out that a sloth was coming to her house for a party. Literally the funniest video you will ever see of a grown woman having a meltdown out of excitement. It's the funniest video I have ever seen in my life, but go search Kristen Bell and sloths and you will find the video. So then we got the dressmaker. I've also been looking at this. And I just thought it was cute.
It is.
I didn't color match this because it's neutral. It's got like a tan, some gray, and it has like a sagey green, which none of our greens are perfect for it, but it's just a nice neutral. How cute would this be in like a little boxy pouch to carry your supplies? Yeah. You know, put it into a teddy. I have a plastic bag full of thread that somebody commented on and said, you really need to get something to put your thread in. I think I'm going to make myself a little thread catcher out of that.
Make a nice tourist tote, too, to take to
would be.
Yeah.
See, all the things that you take to retreats. And since we're going, my mind is on retreats in spring. That's like the only way I can focus. Somebody said to me yesterday, are we getting snow this weekend? I was like, I literally never want to hear that word again, and don't ask me that. 60.
But then
Cold again.
But it's supposed to be in the 40s, which is not that bad for us. That's how cold it is here. Yeah. And then this is my favorite, and this one was requested because I want to say it was Frankie, I think, posted something in the group, and everybody was like, where is that? And I think it was Kelly that said, Jess will find it. Jess found it. I'm so excited because I love purple. And even if you're not a huge purple fan,
that's cute.
It's still, I mean, because it's a nice deep purple. It looks awesome with raisin. It looks nice with iris. It's perfect with the hunter green. You could do black. There's a little black in here, but I got it. I got it. And natural. You could even do like a chocolate brown, I think would look nice in here. If Pat Hale was making something, she'd want chocolate. But I think you could definitely pick a lot of colors to go with this. My thing is, if it's not the same exact purple, I don't care. Like, purple's purple. I can mix and match with anything that I want. But I'm very excited. So those are all on the Cork page. Those came in. Yes, I stalked the tracking like a crazy person, and then I cut it as fast as I possibly could, and I got it all done yesterday for you, for today. So, Cork is done. So now we're going to have a little, we're going to have a little segment called How Dumb is Jessica? Today, she's dumb. So, we're going there. No,
You're not dumb.
No, I just have my moments. So, last week at home, when my dogs were squeaking their toys, we were talking about plastic snaps because I think that's one of the big things that Cam Snaps is known for, is their plastic snaps. I showed you, I mean, this is just part of it. I ordered one of the variety packs. I got a ton of these snaps, and I got the die set. So I want to talk about what I learned afterwards, and also what Gold Star has, because I'm pretty sure, because I believed this, so I'm pretty sure I said it out loud, Gold Star doesn't do plastic snaps. I don't know why I said that, because it's 100% untrue. So if any of you heard that, I don't know why I lied to you, and I'm sorry. But in my head, I was like, no, they don't. Only Cam Snaps does plastic. I don't know where I come up with this stuff sometimes, but I was dead set that it was true. I think because I never really saw it on their page, and I associate Cam Snaps with plastic. Gold Star does have plastic. And the reason I went looking was because Ginny said, Ginny also has a Gold Star. Can you use the adapter set, which we both have, this little adapter set that you put in your Gold Star to use Cam Snap dies? And I was like, probably. Why couldn't you? Well, the answer is no. You can't. And I'll tell you why. Because look at the size of this thing. This is the Cam Snap set. This is the base part that goes in your setter. You have to take out, God, this thing gets heavier every time I pick it up. You have to take out this part to use this part.
Thank God you threw it the other way.
Thank God it wasn't at you guys.
Yeah,
So
hit me in the head.
when you try to put this in Gold Star, it's not happening because Gold Star has the tiniest little opening, and the adapter doesn't help because this thing is a monster. So the answer to that question is no. However, there's a however. Because I didn't know this last week, Gold Star does have their own set for their own plastic snaps. But this is a good thing, because you know how they have those things where you can only get one from one thing and they don't interchange? This is one of those exceptions. You can use the Cam Snap plastic snaps with either of the presses. So if you have a Gold Star press and you're like, well, now I can't do plastic snaps, you can. You order, this is really funny too. You order this 4-piece set, okay? There's 2. Here's my other 2. Don't know why we needed 4 when these are the same exact thing. I just dropped that one on the floor. It's okay. So I'm not really, Gold Star, I have questions for you. I don't need this. Why'd you waste your money giving me 2 of these? I only need 1 because the caps are the same, but whatever. That's fine. I have it now. So you can order that, and then you can use snaps from either company. And just because I am that person, I went through just to look. And even if you are 100% Gold Star like I was before I got my Cam Snap, I have options now. Some of you have one or the other. If you are like Ginny or anyone else that only has Gold Star has snaps. They have about 40 colors. Their prices are a little bit higher. They're nice. The one that I got this really pretty purple color. Actually, I have it on here. It's the same color as my press. It's a really pretty purple, but Cam Snap has way more colors, and they do variety packs. That's what I ordered. They have matte and glossy. So you definitely get, I think, more bang for your buck. I never say that, but it is.
Yeah.
You get more because, I wrote it all down for you. Let me go through this. They're all size 20. So both of them are size 20. You get glossy or matte with Cam Snap. They have different colors in 2 different finishes. You get 100 of them for $3.99, which is pretty cheap. 100 sets, that's a lot of stuff to make. You can get a rainbow variety set, which is what I got, which is 500 sets for 20 bucks. So I don't know about you, but I'm not going to use the same color snap. Like, I want a variety. Unless I'm mass producing something that I'm making as gifts or like to sell and I only want one color, I like to have a variety. Cam Snap also has, are you ready for this? This has got to be the biggest package ever. I did not order this. You can get 50 sets of 90 colors. That's 4,500 sets
oh my God.
for $204. You're set for life.
Yeah, really. Exactly.
So you have all those options. Gold Star has about 40 colors. They do not have matte, as far as I saw. Maybe I'm lying again. I'm pretty sure they only have gloss. 100 sets is $5.99. So, I mean, that's $2 more. And if you're trying to make a profit and you're doing stuff, $2 is $2. Mm-hmm. Or you can get 1,000 of them for 30 bucks. But again, I don't need 1,000 of the same color or anything. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't. Unless I only want one color forever. But that's not me. I get bored too. Yeah. And I mean, some people are like, nope, white is good. I just want it, you know, and that's fine. So you can do that, but they don't have variety packs. So I am able to use that set. That die for Gold Star, it's their plastic die for size 20 was, I didn't write it down. I think it was 40. It was 40 something dollars. I thought I wrote it down. I didn't. It was like 40 something dollars for the die. But now I can use it. Here's the other thing that I did with Cam Snap, and nobody stopped me, but I did it, so I didn't know. So I ordered the die set, okay? So this is the set, 3 pieces, because it makes sense to have 3, not 4. 3 pieces, it was 35 bucks, okay? Well, then there was a little option that said, do you also want the no change top die? And I was like, well, I don't have one, so of course I want one. So let me spend another $10. So I spent $45 to buy this little thing. And all this does is make sure that when I'm doing plastic snaps, I don't have to change anything. So I've got these 2 pieces. Why did I need these? And I thought, well, that's just rude to make me buy this entire set and then say, you want to spend $10 more? Of course I want to spend $10 more. But guess what? I told you the segment was called Jessica's an Idiot. I didn't read I can just buy these 2 pieces for $20 and save myself money. So, if you are looking to get into plastic snaps, be smarter than me. Use my stupidity for your benefit. So,
we appreciate your additional investigation.
you know, I am.
Somebody's got to do it.
I'm like a detective.
Yeah.
But like the worst one ever because I find everything out afterwards. But I tried out the snaps. And yesterday I got a little angry with the Gold Star snaps because I was like, these are junk. They're not. My coffee table that I was trying to push it down on was the problem because I wasn't pushing hard enough. They do snap nicely. I'm sorry for thinking bad thoughts about you. And I don't know why you would want to, but if you did, you can mix and match them. So if you get them for 2 different companies and you mix and match and you forget, oh, which black was this, Gold Star or Campsite, it doesn't matter. So that's all. That's the end.
Good job.
One more. Okay. So.
Good investigation job.
You know, I do my absolute best. I do it for you. I do it for the entertainment. I don't do it for the random people on YouTube that don't like me. So, it's fine. And now I have plastic snaps for the rest of eternity, and I don't know what I'm using them on, but they're fun. How can you not buy something when it's all those different colors? That's the reason we're in it so deep with the cork. Because I'm like, ooh, a new color. Shiny things. I get all distracted. Does anyone have anything to say to me yet?
This one will. Just
not her on the internet.
Oh, no, just I love it.
And
of course you need it. It's only $10.
It's only $10.
Shopping, you might
I
as well
mean,
add
listen,
$10.
Judy from Camp Snaps, if you're listening, which I'm sure you're not, why didn't you tell me that I didn't need to buy that? I look at it and I'm like, well, this is a really good thought, but did I really just spend $45 when I don't need now I don't need the 2 top snaps? What kind of scam is this?
Marketing.
Yeah, it's me not reading. So, yeah, I read and I figured it out, but now I have all of the things.
Pat wants you to do a TikTok on snaps.
Speaking of my TikToks, thank you guys for still loving them. I am still having fun. And I found Friends. That yesterday's was Ross Geller for Friends, and y'all know I love Friends. So I was like, I have to use the sound. Also, all of those deadlines, some of them are legit because we have our retreat coming up, and I'm going to Branson's very soon in 15 days. I'm not counting or anything. And some of them are because I like to make my life harder. So I'll give you a little story time. You'll love this one. You guys will understand this. You know me very well. Mm-hmm. So one of the classes I'm teaching in Branson is the Stella sling bag. I have not taught that bag or promoted that bag in a while. Yeah. It's been since 2015, believe it or not. So, because I looked at the copyright date and I was like,
took your class.
Wow. It's been, yes, because Barb was the only one making that in the class. Everybody else was making the Prima Diva. Right, yeah. And Barb was like, I'm different. And it was fun. And she didn't need any help. Different. She's still different, but we love her. So, that was another story. So, I wrote that pattern and I, promoted it for a while and then new things happen and whatever. So I'm thinking to myself the other day, since you're leaving in a few weeks, why not add more onto your list? That'll be fun. I was convinced that pattern was lettered the way the other patterns are. And since we're putting kits together, we'll be putting the letters on the pieces. So I just happened to glance at it and I went, oh no, it's not lettered. That's fine. I can do this because it's in the new format. Everything, it should be easy. I just letter it. I just throw the letters in the steps, done. No, that's never how it works in my world. So I start doing that, and then I start looking, and I'm not sure what I was on when I wrote the pattern. It's not that the pattern is poorly written. It's very well written, but the steps are in a weird order, and I don't know why. I think I was just kind of doing whatever I was doing at the machine. I was like, oh, write that in next. So I'm talking about outside and interfacing, divided pockets. I'm like, how did you go in this direction? That's just weird. So what is the smart thing to do? 3 weeks before you leave? Rewrite the pattern. Yeah, because, that makes a lot of sense. But here is my justification. And my husband, who also knows that I am a nut job, but understands me better. It's taken 17 years. He gets it now. He's like, listen, you're going to be happy in the end because then you won't have complaints. You'll have it redone. You're adding cork to it. And I was like, yes, remind me in 3 weeks that I'm happy because right now I'm not. Right now I'm like, you're an idiot. Why are you doing this? But I'm doing it for all of you because I will be re-releasing Stella around the time that we go to Branson.
It'll be awesome too because you'll be adding the cork to it.
Exactly, and I'm adding cork, and I'm making a video, and I'm doing all of that fun stuff. So it is a good thing. I'm gonna watch this video after I get to Branson and go, see, it's fine, it's all good. So that was that.
See, when people ask you questions, you say, go check out the video.
I have a video, just go watch that. So that's that. And now, because we're jumping all over the place today, I am going to show you a few of the things and talk a little bit about how I make videos, because a lot of you expressed interest last week. I cannot take you in the studio right now because it's a disaster in there. You can't even walk through it, but also our Wi-Fi is really, it's hit or miss out there. And I'm afraid if I take you out there, you're gonna miss whatever I wanna say. So I will do a separate video where I actually show you all of the tools that I use out there. But for now, I just grabbed a few things just so you could see them. A lot of people were asking how I make TikToks, but also how I do my YouTube videos. So I'm gonna give you a quick kind of, you know, show you what I do, because I have multiples of a lot of things. So what I'm sitting in front of right now is my iPad Pro. I use the iPad. This is the 12.9 inch. I have a big screen because I also use it to draw, like when I was designing fabric and stuff. So I do use this one other than watching Netflix. Netflix is fun too. But I use this one for, you know, for art kind of things. We use it for videos and we use it for Facebook Live because it has a really clear picture. So that's what it looks like right there. It's a really big screen. It's nice and clear. I do not use cameras. A lot, or I would say probably majority of YouTubers use cameras. I don't. I had a digital camera. I have no idea where it is now. It wasn't the highest quality. It was an older one. And I figured if I'm going to buy more equipment, I don't really know what camera to buy. And if I can do it with the iPad, which I'm comfortable with, I'd rather just do that. So I use my iPad also because I have a MacBook that Barb uses when we do our comments. And I also have an iPhone. I have all Apple products, so you can airdrop everything. So it makes it way easier than when I used to work on my other computer. My mom and my parents bought me my MacBook. Technically, it was a Christmas present, but I got it like last January. Best investment ever if you're doing any kind of video editing or anything graphic. I have Illustrator on there. It's an awesome, awesome computer. So Lisa said yesterday the screen is too big and too clear. And she had to look at herself. So it is a really big, clear screen. Nice. So that's why I like using my iPads, because I can airdrop everything. So right now, and I have several of these, so that's why I have an extra, that is sitting on this right here. This tripod, which can sit on the floor. It extends, I wrote down, 61 inches. So this is a nice tall tripod. It's really well made. It's not super heavy, but you can tell it's not flimsy. I've bought some that I felt like if I touched it the wrong way, it was gonna fall apart. Because when you extend these legs, they get thin. These are metal. I had one that had plastic legs, and the snap on one of these broke. And I don't want to put a very expensive piece of equipment on it and have it fall over. So this is, forgive me, Manfrotto. I don't know how you're supposed to say it. Manfrotto tripod. I bought this on Amazon. I have like 5 of these. They're $70 a piece. But this completely swivels, and there's a little thing right here that you lift up that you can put your mount, which is the next thing, in there. So you put the mount in there, you snap it down, and then you can tighten it, and you can angle it wherever you want. That tightens. This lifts up. So you have a lot of different angles that you can use. In the studio, I have one of these near the sewing machine. I have the one that stays in here, and then I have another one on the other side of my table that stands up when I want to use my iPad to record. I don't record my face a lot in the studio because it's usually the down shots, which I'll get to that in a minute. This little thing, I love this because it's really hard to find mounts that fit a variety of sizes when you have an iPad that size. Excuse me. I'm gonna burp. Sorry. I'm keeping it classy. I had some other ones, but they only fit the smaller iPad. I have 2 iPads. I have one for front and one for overhead. The smaller one, I think, is a 10-inch, 10.5-inch. Yeah, it's a little teeny tiny iPad. I had that one from doing shows because when there would be more than one of us running credit cards, it was just easier to do it that way and then trying to pull out your phone. So that's why I have 2 iPads. I'm also special. So this one, the reason that I love this one, this is Cobra Tech. This is $35. It almost fits my phone. I bet you if I had a bigger phone like you do, it would probably fit, but the smallest setting is like just a little too big for my phone, but it fits both iPads. You can adjust it here to whatever length. And this is why I like this, because when I was teaching and I was doing, I would teach over there and do the Zoom classes, you can mount this one like this, so it sits front facing. Or you can take this part off and you can mount it on the side. And then, because this whole thing screws off. This, I don't even know what this is for. I don't use that. You can move this little red button here and you can mount it like that so you can put it overhead.
Yeah.
So then when I was doing Zoom classes, I would introduce myself and talk here, and then I would have my overhead here, and it works nicely. I don't use this for overhead in the studio because the legs come out too far and I have very limited space, and it's by my sewing machine. So if I'm gonna trip over it for sure. So in the studio, this is what I have. I didn't bring the basin because it's like 12 pounds. And it's set up it's a very certain way. So this screws into a base and it stands up, and this thing rotates, and then you can bring this up here. So this is what all of my YouTube videos are done using, because I can put the iPad in here. This thing opens like that. I can even put my phone in here. So I'll put it like that. And then when I'm doing a TikTok, I'll push it down and I'll rotate it like this. I can put my phone in here. So this is called a tablet floor stand. If they made things easier, it would be easy to find them. But I have done a lot of research and I search a lot of different words to see what would come up. This is a tablet floor stand. It was $79. It's only 42 inches high. And for me, it's not tall enough, which is why in the studio, this is why I didn't bring the basin, there is a step stool, a bunch of cardboard. There's a whole bunch of stuff stacked, and then the base sits on that because it's not tall enough. My table's on risers, and so it's just like, it barely hovers the top of the table, and I need it as high as I can get it. Yesterday I was filming, and I had this thing up so high that I had to use the step stool to start the iPad because I couldn't see where the button was. Because contrary to popular belief, I'm not that tall, so everybody thinks I am. I'm not.
It amazes me how much stuff you've invested in
really.
to do this in the past year.
Well,
It's crazy.
I started doing
Or 2
YouTube
years.
videos in 2020, probably June.
Yeah.
And well, in
COVID.
May of 2020, we started doing Facebook. So I did not buy this. I had a different tripod. Remember the silver one?
Yeah.
That was the janky one with the weird leg. So we used that. Barb and I figured it out. We did the best we could, but it wasn't great. And so as I realized that we were going to keep doing these videos because you guys won't let me leave, and then I started doing YouTube, I was like, well, I have to invest in more things. I have so many things that I don't use. I have a gooseneck one that I thought would be great because you clamp it on. It's like people use them in their bedroom, like on the bed when they're using their iPad.
Yep.
My table has a lip on it like this, and I can't clamp anything to it.
yeah.
So that one sits on the floor. I have another one like that that screws into the side that has this like really cool arch, kind of a similar idea to this, not as sturdy. I was like, well, this will be great. It clamps right to the table. It's taller. It won't clamp to that table. So that's a pain, and that table is really old and sturdy, and I will not get rid of it. So that's on my ironing board. So if I want to do any ironing shots, I can. I just have to do it gently, otherwise it shakes, and the whole video is like this. It's terrible. I have bought so many different things to try out. I have different ones of these. Some of them broke. These are the ones that I stick with because they work. So if you want to get into making videos for any reason at all, you don't have to invest a ton of money. If I just bought these two things, I'm looking at like a little over $100. It's not that expensive. If you already have a tablet, you can use that. The reason I don't use a camera too is because those are different mounts. You have to get different mounts to put on things, and so I just like to stick with my iPads. I feel more comfortable with them, and that's how I do everything. I think the videos are pretty clear, and they work well.
Really...
They're flat, so if I'm bringing them back and forth from the house, I'm not worried about these big clunky things. I don't need special cases and whatever. So those are the ones that I use for pretty much everything. This little guy I just bought when I started doing TikToks, but it's also cute, and it sits on my table. Like sometimes I'll put my phone in there if I'm like listening to music. This little thing was $12.99. And it rotates, and you can put your phone in there. So it doesn't...
Does it turn the other way?
Oh, it does. What?
It raises. Look at that.
Well, for the
Telescopes a
love
little
of God. I did not know that did that. I kept setting it on boxes. See, I learned. I was like, it just needs to be a little bit taller. It does.
But you can't have it go sideways.
Well, no, but you can put your phone sideways, but this is as flat as it gets. I don't know why I would want it to go that way because the phone's not going to stay in it, but whatever. So I use that little thing for TikToks and all the things that I never thought I would be doing. I saw this post right before we went on Facebook from a friend of mine, Stephanie from Addicts Anonymous. She's done some of the other So Many Creations videos, like she's Taurus Tote Bag and Diva Wallet on her YouTube channel. And she was just kind of listing out, she had a picture and she's like, this picture was taken like 5 years ago. And she kind of went through the different phases of her business and how things changed for her and, you know, how they started one thing and it didn't work and they went to another. She just put it on Instagram this morning. And I was reading it and I'm like, I totally understand how this goes. Like 100%. We all start out with one notion of how it's going to go. And I was like, I'm just selling PDF patterns. Then we get Diva Wallet hardware. That's it. Done. End of story. Now we have this. Then there were shows. Now I do YouTube and TikTok videos and I'm on Facebook every week. It's still weird to me. It will always be weird to me, but it's really enjoyable. And I'm actually really glad that I get to do it.
That last stand that you had.
This?
The small one. Yeah, where'd you get that? Amazon?
Boop. Amazon. Everything is from Amazon. I have ordered a couple things from Best Buy. I don't use them, and they were expensive. So nothing I got from Best Buy has benefited me much. Sorry, Best Buy. I even had something like overnighted because I was like, this will be the perfect stand. Yeah, it's not. It was not. Actually, I might have gotten one of these from Best Buy. It's possible. And then I found them on Amazon. So I don't know. I tried to order from Best Buy, but it was also during the peak of COVID when nothing was in stock and you had to do outside pickup and it was crazy. So those are the main ones that I use. Other than that, I have a ton of lighting because lighting is super important. Not in here. The lighting in here is terrible. So that's why I don't do videos in here. But I have, because I'm in the old parts room, my husband took down all the crummy halogen lights that were in there and put in these strip lights. There's wooden beams that are probably a foot apart across the entire ceiling because it was that room was an afterthought. It's not part of the actual garage. Someone just built it as an office and then he used it for parts. So he has 6 of these strip lights all the way across. It is so bright in there. Like I could make a greenhouse in that room. It's so, and it's white, so everything's
that's where
like
you're getting all that extra color.
It's all that's where all the color in my cheeks come from. And then I also have my umbrella lights that I still use, and I have a ring light that I use when I don't have my glasses on because I can't.
Otherwise it
you
reflects.
get these rings. It's really annoying. So, so it's
Turn
not.
yourself into a star.
It's
a movie star.
I try. No, but it's not. Making videos is way easier than I had anticipated, and it's not that I wasn't busy when I was traveling. I was never here, but if I had started it back then, I still wouldn't have had the time, but I didn't know it was that easy. I thought, like, I'm looking at these people doing these things with these expensive, cameras and lights and all this, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. How do you film something and get it on the computer? How do you edit it? Oh, and editing. We'll talk about that too. But I'm a little blown away at how much easier it is than I thought. And I've told you this before. I'm in the middle when it comes to being tech savvy. I'm not the smartest, most techiest person, but I can figure out a lot of stuff because I will sit and mess around with things. There's still certain things. I still don't understand how podcasts work. I'll never understand how you record something and put it out into the universe and then it shows up. I don't get that. And that's why I don't do podcasts. But this I understand. So as far as video editing software, I do not pay for video editing software. I've never bought it. When I used to do the AQS shows, one of the guys that worked there, the cameraman, we were talking one day and I said, is it hard? Like, he carries this big camera, I mean, it's this huge piece of equipment. I was like, I'm not getting that. But like, is making a video hard? And he's like, it's not hard. And he recommended some software. It's about $300 or $400. I'm like, okay, that's not bad. I'm investing in my company. But before I do that, in case this doesn't pan out and I don't ever really enjoy YouTube and I never put anything on there, let me see what I can do. I started editing, I would say probably, any video that came out before the beginning of last year on my iPad. I used iMovie. iMovie is also a feature on the MacBook, but it has extra features. And anything that I can use a mouse is easier. I'm still that person. I don't like doing this. I'd rather use my mouse. So I still use iMovie. If you have an Apple product, it's already on your phone as an app. It's free. It came with your phone. It's part of it. So I did like the recess zipper tutorial. The most popular video on my YouTube channel was all done on an iPad. I didn't have a MacBook. So now that I have the MacBook, way easier. There's a lot of additional things you can do, but I have never paid for software. Not once. And I don't know if I ever will. I don't know if I need to.
You might not need to, no. Deb says, a little off topic, but are you still going to do a makeup video?
I've been asking for years.
I filmed it.
Bad.
I filmed it already.
You did do it.
I did.
I thought I saw something.
I did film that. Yes. Somebody thought I was making a makeup bag. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Mary. I'm not making a makeup bag because my makeup bag is a plastic Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
With a ton of stuff.
With a ton of stuff. Zip top.
Let's be real. It's not one.
No, it's not. No. Listen. As you see what happens here with bag making, the same thing happens with makeup is my other passion. And some of you like to cook. Some of you have other hobbies. Some of you do exercise. I like to put makeup on. I have always liked makeup. I've worn it since I was a teenager. And over the past, like, probably 4 or 5 years, I've just become more obsessed with it and, like, watching YouTube videos and figuring things out and finding out how horrible I was doing before because I thought I did a great job. I didn't do a great job. Whatever. Some of the pictures I look at, I'm like, oh, that's not pretty. But whatever. It's done.
Do a great
it's
job.
done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You do.
So
That's why I always ask you how you do it.
I did film the video. It was the weirdest video I've ever filmed in my life. I have not watched it yet. I haven't edited. No, I have not. Because, okay, so I used this, and I had this turned here with this iPad on it. So it's about right here in front of my face. Because you have to zoom in.
Yeah.
My lighting at home is so bad that I don't really know what I actually look like until I get here. So it's always a crapshoot. So I come in and I'm like, oh, I look decent today. You know, or I'm like, oh, well, that didn't turn out well. You never really know. You figure it out afterwards. Plus, it's always dark when I'm getting ready. It's dark outside. So I came here. I got all the studio lights on. I got this iPad right here. And I was like, oh, for the love of God, that is a very close-up picture of my face. And it's bare-faced on the internet. I'm like, this is very uncomfortable for me. But as I told you, I'm working on me, and I'm working on the things that the things that I'm not good at, the things that I'm uncomfortable with. I am putting myself out there. This makeup tutorial is literally for me to try and get out of that awkwardness in certain situations. I'm trying to just embrace who I am and do it. So you'll find humor in it because I can't imagine what faces I make. Because you know, if you wear makeup, you know you make weird faces. And I make weird faces anyway. It's very zoomed in. It's very, very bright. But yes, I did do it. I have to get up the gumption to actually watch it so I can edit the video. It'll be interesting. But I did do it. And you'll have it soon.
We have an offer for you.
An offer.
And I'm not going to tell you who it is right
Okay.
after that. Somebody wants you to do their makeup for her daughter's wedding.
Oh my God, I would totally do that.
You're hired. She's hired. Karen Pine wants
I
you to
knew
do
it
her
was
makeup.
Karen. I knew it was Karen. I've
Because
never...
the only person you know's got a daughter getting married soon.
Not necessarily. Some people don't tell me. Well, the thing is, it's just, I don't know. I've just always liked it. And my husband, I said to him,
You're hired.
I've gotten this request so many times, and I'm going to do a video that's very weird for me. It's very outside of what I would normally do, and it's not sewing related. And I forget what some of his guesses were. They were good guesses. But I was like, nope. And I said, all right, I'm going to tell you. I'm doing a makeup tutorial. He goes, that was going to be my next guess. I was like, of course. He goes, well, you should. Your makeup looks nice. And I was like, thank you. Thank you, honey. So
you're
yeah.
hired. So
well,
I forget when it is. Sometime in June.
it's all right. So I will be editing that. I will be laughing at myself.
I think you should do Marlene and I while we're
Yeah,
at
I
the
think you
retreat.
should. I've asked so many times.
While we're at the retreat.
Because I never know, like, I don't know. That's another story question for another time.
I had it done
Not
once
for everybody.
at Alta
Well,
with Shayna, and it was amazing.
what I did in this,
I had a glamour shot done once. That was really nice.
did you?
Oh, I did
Yeah,
it.
for my
It's
husband.
for there are one of two reasons. Well, there are two reasons that I did it. The first one is people want to know what I do every day. And so I was showing you what I do every day. I get so many questions about my eyebrows and my lipstick. So that was the main thing. But the other thing is, I don't know about you guys. I don't know about you. I grew up in the 80s and 90s. There were no tutorials. No one told you the right way. You just learned whatever your mom told you and whatever her mom told her. And you didn't know what you were doing, so you just kind of figured it out. And now you look back and you're like, I guess I was okay. Like, I don't know. You know, and so much stuff has changed. And just like with everything that we do.
This eyeliner is good next year. That eyeliner.
Right.
Oh my God, no.
And
you know?
just like with what we do, I taught myself how to make bags. I didn't know what I was doing. No one taught me how to do that. Looking back 10 years ago, I think I did a decent job, but I definitely have learned a lot and do a better job now. And that's what we're all trying to do, is improve. So I'm hoping that 10 more years, I'll be like, wow, my bags are even better now, you know? So, and I also did this so that when I'm like 90 years old, and I'm sure I'll still be wearing makeup, I can look back and go, oh, look how youthful I was on the internet.
Okay, Shelly wants you to do her makeup next week.
Wait, Shelly, you have to take a number.
So we're not sewing next weekend. We're doing makeup.
Pat Hale wants a makeup retreat.
What's a makeup retreat?
For any of you that are on your way to hitting that button and walking out the door, this is a one-time only thing. This is not, my channel is not changing into that. We're not going to talk about makeup all the time. It was just something I wanted to talk about because I have the opportunity to do something I couldn't do before, and I had fun with it, and I will put it out there. I will put it out there on the internet. You can all see. You can all see what I look like without makeup on and see what my regular eyebrows.
We know.
Yeah. Listen, I was a teenager in the 90s. I'm lucky I have eyebrows.
Yeah.
They're not a lot. They're not plentiful, but they are there. So, I have a lot of videos to edit.
Yeah.
We are going to be here next Friday, just not here. We're going to be at the retreat. So, if all things go well, I have something I want to show you aside from walking around and talking at the retreat like we did last time. So it will probably be a short video, but there will be a video. We will be here, and I really can't think of the next time that I won't be around. So if you're curious, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, what's next Sunday? Daylight savings time. So yes. Go. So it doesn't really, we'll still be here at 11 starting the week after, but if you are in a state that doesn't celebrate or whatever, I don't know, celebrate daylight savings, or if you're never participate, that's the word. Maybe they celebrate, I don't know.
Maybe they do.
I've
celebrate
never because
been to
we get
daylight
more
savings time party.
Well, you're not living until you have. We're going to have one.
Right.
So
we are.
The retreat when we're all really tired. So we will be here 11 o'clock. I just say New York time because I don't really know.
That means you get an extra hour of sewing because you spring ahead an hour.
No, we lose an hour.
You spring ahead.
Yeah, so
instead of being 10
Oh yeah, okay.
I prefer falling back better, but I like the daylight that we're gonna get.
Me too.
It's late until 6 o'clock.
Shelly says you got to do the makeup if she's gonna be on camera next week. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about
Charlie,
it.
are you in? Anybody else that's coming to the retreat? You need to be in.
Charlie had this long thing here. Hang on a second. Let me find
Charlie bailed on us because he doesn't want to talk about makeup.
No, he had a comment.
He said, my pandemic hobby was growing pots of sourdough bread, decorated with nail stencils and home balayage hair coloring.
Hey, you know what? I think we've all picked up and acquired other hobbies. And I'm sure you've all seen it by now. The number one saying I have seen on the internet in any sewing kind of group is that collecting fabric and sewing are two totally different hobbies. Somebody has finally figured that out and wants to make sure that everybody on the planet knows that. If you're not a sewer, back off. Don't touch my stash.
Right.
And if you are sewing, just know that it's okay to have two separate hobbies. I keep seeing that everywhere I look. So... Yep. That's all I have for you today. I told you it was a mishmash. So I will do the studio tour. It will probably be after we get back from Branson because I have a lot going on before we leave, and we have the retreat next weekend. I do have some more videos I'm working on. I have a lot of fun stuff planned aside from what I told you about, but it's a secret and I can't tell you, so you have to wait. That's how I keep you hooked week after week because I won't tell you anything.
She doesn't even tell us half the time.
No.
So
they think it's because I keep secrets from them. It's because I don't remember.
Doesn't know.
Because I'm like, I didn't tell you that? Oh, I thought I told you that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's legit. I don't remember anything. So, I think that's all.
Or she tells us and we don't remember. So.
Then there's that too. Have have an amazing weekend. We will see you next Friday from the retreat.
From the
We will be
retreat.
all amped up, ready to sew, and you will see some faces that you only see in comments here. So that's
right.
exciting.
Yeah, that's right.
So we will see you next week, 11 a.m., New York. Bye.
Have a good weekend, guys. Bye.